Opposites make the best teammates. Hey, I am Chuck, the bureaucrat, and recently what I've been doing is I've been telling you about the different personalities at work in the Pentagon. For example, you got your grumpy old men who've seen it all 100 times before and just want somebody to listen to them. And then you've got your cogminders, people who are so new that they haven't yet figured out the interconnections within the organization. And so the question, in this giant biological computer where human beings are the main components, is how do you put people together to get the best results? Well, it turns out that the cogminder and the grumpy old man are a natural pairing. What you do is you put them side by side so that they can hear everything the other one says. And then you tell the cogminder that his job is to make sure that people understand the grumpy old man. And he's supposed to reduce any friction that gets generated by, well, the grumpiness. You see, what you do is you make the grumpy old man the cog that the cogminder is watching. Now, you can sell this a couple of different ways. You can call it a master-apprentice relationship. You can call it a broadening experience for the action officer. But I have never seen a grumpy old man turn down an opportunity to mentor a helper. In fact, it's a lot like that platoon sergeant who hasn't had a lieutenant in a while. He is pretty sick of going to company and battalion meetings and more than happy when the lieutenant shows up to go to him instead. Now, this combination has a ton of benefits for the office. That new action officer does not spend months sitting in his cubicle trying to figure out what's going on. Instead, he gets plunged into the center of complex ongoing issues. But it's not like the action officer is out there on his own. I'm telling you, the grumpy old man always has his eye on that action officer. I can just see it. The action officer is on the phone, he's talking, and he says something a little weird. And the grumpy old man is over here, and he just turns and watches. Over time, these guys have lots of conversation, and the action officer meets hordes of people who have to deal with the grumpy old man. It's not long before the action officer's credibility starts to grow. They have contacts, they know things, they can deal with at least one difficult person, and they start to shift workload off of the grumpy old man. It's like a magic formula, but there is one type of action officer that I would not pair with a grumpy old man. That's an action officer who is naturally cranky and combative. They have all the unpleasant qualities of a grumpy old man with none of the good qualities. But don't worry, there is a place for everybody. And now, go watch this video to see how your team can communicate in the middle of a meeting.